Live from Jordan Valley Ice Park in the Stan Melton Ice Arena in Springfield, Missouri. It is the final game of the Women's Division I ACHA Missouri Showcase, and it features the host of this showcase, Arizona State versus Concordia. Hello, everybody. Steve Casson with you as it's the final game of this 9-game showcase, and it has been a fun one for all involved. Really, the two close games have happened today. Earlier, if you missed it, a 2-1 win Aquinas over Utah. And while the McKendree score 5-1 over Colorado that just finished up seems a little, well, it seems a little like a lopsided game, and it wasn't to start off with, but things kind of changed a little bit as McKendree gets a power play goal in the second period to make it a 1-1 contest. I take that back. That's the wrong score sheet there. I'm looking at yesterday's game with Arizona State and McKendree. It turned out that it was a power play goal by Wentz to start things off in the first. Scully with a power play goal, then a shorthanded goal by Wentz. And Scully says, all right, I'm going to get another set of points for you too. And before you knew it, just two players had made it a 4-0 lead for McKendree. And, well, that's all that needed to be said for that game, a 5-1 final that was just over moments ago. But here it is, the host, Arizona State, and they will take on Concordia Ann Arbor. And it's been tough for Concordia, 0-6 on the season. They're still looking for their first win, and in fact, they're still looking for their first win lifetime as a hockey organization. Their second year, and overall they are 0-19 at home, 0-5 on the road. That is 0-14, including the two losses that they've had this weekend, and a 5-0 loss to Colorado on Friday, and a 6-0 loss to Utah yesterday. So they're hoping to change things around, but Arizona State 7-1 on the season after their loss yesterday to McKendree. For Arizona State, this is their last of 10 games. Actually, the last of 9, but there will be 10 total games on the road. 13 of 19 this season will be on the road for the McKendree Bearcats. Last year at this tournament or showcase, they went 2-1. They did win over Concordia Ann Arbor 8-1, Aquinas College 3-1, and a 5-0 shutout loss to McKendree. Arizona State started off very well. In fact, their first 5 of 8 games, they had allowed 1 or less goals, and in the last couple, a 5-3 victory and a 5-1 loss. So things are getting a little bit tougher for Arizona State this season. A couple of streaks that were snapped. Amy Gullickson had a 2-game scoring streak. That was snapped yesterday. Same with Abby McGee. Had her string, a 2-game scoring streak, snapped also yesterday. Arizona State with their best start in team history at 7-0 before the defeat. So hoping to turn things around today against, again, as I mentioned, a Concordia Ann Arbor University Cardinals team, head coach Maria Barlow, who we'll hear from at the second intermission. Trying to do anything that she can to get that first win for her hockey club. So both teams have made it onto the ice, and in a moment we will hear from Kevin Thurow, the public address announcer. Let's join him now.
University for some women's ACHA collegiate hockey. Who's ready to watch some ACHA collegiate hockey? Well, let's get started with the starting lineups with the visiting Arizona State Sun Devils. Starting at a forward, number 7, Amy Golickson. Starting at a forward, number 18, Finn Larson. Starting at a forward, number 16, Avery Chemlovsky. Starting on defense for the Sun Devils, number 6, Sheridan Gloyd. Starting on defense, number 9, Molly Potter. And starting in goal for the Sun Devils, number 31, Jordan Nash-Bolden. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Sun Devils of Arizona State University. And for this afternoon's home team, the Concordia of Ann Arbor Cardinals. Starting at a forward, number 8, Isabel Hutzel. Starting at a forward, number 4, Olivia Drive. Starting at a forward, number 40, Tegan Johnson. Starting on defense for the Cardinals, number 7, Adriana Ruggiero. Starting on defense, number 16, Cassidy Sheben. And starting in goal for the Cardinals, number 1, Lizzie Knappenberger. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Concordia Cardinals. Tonight's officiating crew, referee Danny Bethman and linesmen Andy Bethman and Mark Marzola. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise. And gentlemen, please remove your caps for this afternoon's presentation of the National Anthem.
Our national anthem from Jordan Valley Ice Park, the Stan Melton Ice Arena. The final game of this 9-game Missouri Showcase hosted by Arizona State University. I am Steve Casson, joined with my cameraman Ryan Armstrong for this final contest. Thanks for tuning in here on Web Sports Radio. Next year we hope to cover this entire tournament. We'll see what happens. And we wish you good luck for the rest of the season, those of you that are following the teams here at Jordan Valley. The goaltenders were mentioned. Jordan Nash-Bolden for Arizona State. In 6 games, 5-1. 2.17 goals against average, a .940 save percentage. Lizzie Knappenberger in 1 game, 0-1 with a 6.0 goals against average. She gave up 6 goals in Concordia's 6-0 loss to Utah. and an .829 save percentage. Arizona State will skate from the right to the left, Concordia from the left to the right. We are underway here for the final game of this showcase. And quickly, it's Arizona State moving the puck in, looking for the first shot of the game and getting it behind the net. Was Arizona State. They work it up the middle, and it is held on to by Lizzie Knappenberger. A little hard to read these numbers, at least on the shoulders. Here's Molly Potter with a drive that gets deflected into the near side boards. Waiting is Potter at the left side, doesn't get to her. At the half boards now, challenged and finally able to bring it out and move it along is Isabel Hutzel. Hutzel's shot is saved by Nash Bolden. And Arizona State with a line change, but leading it is Sherilyn Gloyd. She gets a drive off, sails wide. 18:56 to go in the period. Puck in on a backhander in front, score. It took over just a minute for Arizona State to get on the board. And this one is Andy Main. And of course our replay wasn't working. So the visiting team takes the first goal of this game. And it's Andy Main. As the puck lies right in the crease. A scramble for it. Another save by Nash Bolden, and she lays flat down. Hutzel wasn't able to knock it in over the fallen goaltender. Abby McGee sends it to the far side. Let's catch the call.
Number 22, Andy Main, assisted by number 9, Molly Potter. Time of the goal at 2:12 of the first period, scored by number 22, assisted by number 9.
So Main with her second goal of the season. Shot comes in, saved by Knappenberger. 17:52 to go in the period. Now, it's been a long weekend. Friday night ended about 1:30 for me. Saturday, by the time all said and done, was about 12, or make about 11:30 night. And then, of course, breakfast this morning with ACHA hockey. Out of the reach of Carly Chadwick, but it comes into the Concordia zone. Dropped over to Abby Steinman, behind the net. Shots coming quick. We have 5 total. It's 3-2 in favor of Concordia. They do lead on the scoreboard shots-wise. And that was that barrage just a moment ago that Nash Bolden had to make a save on. Here's one on the side of the net that Knappenberger is able to save and kick off to the corner. Taken now by Morgan Benson for ASU. Comes out, left circle, spin, shoots, save, rebound, and the official blew the play dead. Andy Bethman blew the play dead. It was still loose, but Concordia will take it. .16:34 to go in the period. Immediately off the draw, a shot is held on to. That one came off Emily Klein's stick from Princeton, Minnesota. Arizona State this season has 9 freshmen, 9 sophomore, 1 junior, and 3 seniors on the club. From an odd angle, shot by Aubrey Beskid, who we will talk to in the first period intermission. Gets a shot that's saved by Knappenberger. Puck comes up the middle. Knappenberger with another save and an outlet pass. Not able to be controlled by Sheridan. .16:22 remains in the period. Hutzel's pass is broken up. Beskid will have it, and she'll send it in the zone. Now it's Arizona State leading in shots 4-3. No score here in the first period. 16:03 to go. Puck grab by Finn Larson. Sends it over to the far side to Gloyd. She backs up. And grabbed by Amy Gullickson. 2 goals for her, for the sophomore this season. Goal scorers in yesterday's game for Arizona State was just 1. The only person that got a goal in yesterday's game was Jones. Kat Jones gets her 7th. It is a 1-0 lead for Arizona State. Andy Main, her second. Potter with the assist, and that's where we are right now as the shot comes in. That is held on to by Knappenberger. From Missouri City, Texas, the freshman. A relatively young goaltending core for Concordia Ann Arbor. Knappenberger is a freshman. Tegan Johnson, who's played the majority of the games, 5 in fact, is a freshman. And Brittany Simpson is a sophomore. Play at the right side, sent in by Gloyd, blocked by Sheridan, and out to center. Puck kicked ahead, into the zone. Arizona State's Larson looking for some room. Move to the near side boards. Calling for it on the left side is Potter. She gets it. But through the left face-off dot, it scrambles there and comes right in on goal and steered aside by Knappenberger. Line change for Arizona State, 14:37 to go in the period. Puck cleared all the way down, and we do not have an icing. Across the Arizona State line, now moved into the attacking zone. Here is a opportunity in front by Taylor Northcutt. Gets another shot that's blocked. And Andy Main is there to grab it. Steps around Brianna Sheridan. Comes up the middle, left side, or the right side actually. Left side as the goaltender looks at it. And with 14 minutes to go, still some pressure. Abby McGee with a shot. Kat Jones is there. She works against Adriana Ruggiero. Puck to the point and out to center. Now behind the net, working it is DuPont. Trying to get something going. Danielle DuPont leads the team with 12 points, 8 goals, 4 assists. She had a game-winning goal against the University of Denver back on September 29th. Also scored 4 goals the day before against Colorado State in a 9-1 win. Shot up the middle again this time, and it's held on to once again by Knappenberger as Northcutt got an opportunity. Northcutt had 2 goals back on Friday in Arizona State's 5-3 win over Aquinas. Last season, Concordia Ann Arbor played, and we kind of adopted them as our go-to team, the team that we were going to follow. That's kind of the team that gave it their all. And unfortunately, they're still looking for their first win. But you know it's going to be a sweet one when it happens. Down behind the back of the net is Olivia Dries. In the Arizona State zone, it's kicked out to center. And moving it along for the Sun Devils is Abby Steinman. Shot 6-3, doubled up now for Arizona State. We come the other way, left to right, across the line. Moving it all the way down is Hutzel, and we get an icing call, though. 12:25 to go in the period. Face off back into the Concordia end of the ice. Again, talk to Aubrey Beskid of Arizona State coming up at the first period intermission. And then in the second period intermission, it'll be the head coach of the Concordia Ann Arbor University Cardinals and Maria Barlow in her second season with the team. Puck up the middle, and as getting an opportunity in front was Cassidy Scheibin. All right, take that back. Wrong player. It was Avery Chemlowski, number 16, who got the good shot up front. Take it back. That's 10, Emily Klein. It's hard to see these numbers with hair falling down behind the backs. I saw the 1, and I guessed that it was a 6, but no. And don't try to read the names because it just says Arizona State on their backs. No names. Yeah, as you take a look there with Ryan's camera work, although it was a little too fast for him. We'll get it on the next one. High slot, drive by Gloyd, save, rebound, score. Put back home, I believe, by Aubrey Beskid, who we're going to talk to in the first period intermission. She gets the goal, her second of the season. And Arizona State takes a 2-0 lead. So we'll wait for the call from Kevin Thurl, but I believe it is going to be Beskid's putback. And next stoppage in play, we'll catch that call, or we'll catch the goal for you on replay. Here's the drive in, and it's held on to. Let's take a look at that one.
3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
As the rebound is put back in and the follow through. So a 2-0 lead.
Arizona State goal scored by number 24, Aubrey Beskid. Assisted by number 12, Aaron Roas, and number 6, Sheridan Gloyd. Time of the goal at 8:10 of the first period, scored by number 24, assisted by number 12 and number 6.
So a 2-0 lead for the Sun Devils. And now here comes Dries out of the zone. She'll send it all the way down. Line change for Arizona State. They now take a commanding lead in shots, 11-3. Puck cleared all the way down into the ASU zone. Coming back for it is Northcutt. Northcutt's pass makes it out to center and shoved right back in by Maggie Coggin. Coggin, the freshman out of Lansing, Michigan. Abby McGee is there for ASU. Able to clear it in a 3-on-3 into the zone, offside. As coming in just a little too soon was Aaron Rawls. .212 Maine, her second, 1-0 Arizona State. 8-10 Beskid, her second, 2-0 Arizona State. 9:45 remaining in the period. at the side of the net. It'll be held on to once again by Knappenberger. There's a good look at the uniforms. You can see it just says Sun Devils, and the hair kind of blocks the numbers, and so you really can't tell sometime, especially from my angle. I'm all the way at the other end of the ice, and Ryan, you're right at center ice, and it's still hard to tell. 9:23 to go in the period. But we're able to see that because of our new 4K camera setup. Woohoo. Puck to the side of the net, held by Knappenberger. Still loose, no whistle yet. Everyone digging for it. And finally, it is whistled for a stoppage in play. 9:08 to go in the period, and 2-0 in favor of Arizona State. Well, I'll get a plug in. If you like our broadcasts, our next one on Web Sports Radio will be Missouri State versus Alabama. That'll be Friday, November 1st, right here at Jordan Valley Ice Park, as the Missouri State Ice Bears live in this arena. That'll be our next broadcast for you if you feel like tuning in that night. 8:57 to go here in the final game of the Women's Division I Showcase. I'm Steve Casson along with Ryan Armstrong. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Ryan, for stepping in to do camera work today. I had absolutely no one. Everyone had better things to do on a Sunday, apparently. Far side boards, comes out to center, and it'll be Ruggiero. Over to Dries. She'll send it back in and get tripped up. No penalty. Play continues. Morgan Benson is there. Kicks it to the corner. Now a shot ticked wide as Dries got it. Near side to Scheiben. Behind the net. And Dries chases for it, looking for her first goal of the season. The only goal that has been scored for Concordia Ann Arbor is Isabel Hutzel's goal. Concordia has just scored one goal. Unfortunately, 58 have been scored against them. Play back behind the net in the Concordia zone. Fresh skaters on for Arizona State. They get things set up and ready. Working it up the middle. A backhander in, just missed by Beskid. Shots now 12-4 in favor of Arizona State. After a save, grabbed defensively by Concordia, but they can't clear. Shot in, score! Coming out of the right side is Sheridan Gloyd. And it is 3-0 in favor of ASU. Here in the first period. Lloyd just walks out of the right circle and puts it home. We'll see if we can get a good angle at this one as let's catch the call.
By number 6, Sheridan Gloyd. Assisted by number 24, Aubrey Beskid. Time of the goal at 12:55 of the first period. Scored by number 6, assisted by number 24.
So Gloyd will get her second goal of the season. It's all been second goals for the goal scorers here. And again, we'll see if we can get a good look at this one. Puck comes right up the middle in the Arizona State zone, and it's cleared out to center. So a 3-0 lead for the host, Arizona State. We already know that bragging rights will go to McKendree. They won all 3 here this weekend. Shot in, missed wide from the stick of Abby McGee. 6:07 remaining in the period. Puck tipped away and grabbed by Dries. Right side, across the line, sends it down. Gets it around McGee, steals it from behind the net. Hutzel is not able to get in front. And it is Finn Larson to clear it out to center and send it all the way down. No icing. 5:36 remains. Here in the first period. Puck held on the line by Emily Klein. She gets a drive in and it's held on to by Knappenberger. Let's take a look at Gloyd's goal here. And there's the shot. I'll see if I can get a little better view for you. As it was a little difficult to see that shot being taken on that angle. Okay, I think I got a better one for you, so we'll wait till the next stoppage and play. 5:07 remaining in the period. Benson is there. Andy Main can't clear it. So finally DuPont says, enough of this, I'll get it out. She races on the right side, across the line, into the zone, looking for some help. Standing in front is Kat Jones. DuPont to Jones, and it's tipped back behind her. Somehow Knappenberger keeps it out of the net. Coming up to 4.5 remaining in the period. It stays in onside. It's dropped down in low by Benson. She'll pick it up herself. 13-5 of the shots, and that favors Arizona State, who is the visitors for this game. One attempt by Benson is denied. Second attempt on the rebound is saved, and it's out to center ice. Sheridan, and we're going to get a whistle for a stoppage and play. Do we have a penalty? The only thing I can think of is so stoppage and play. I guess the puck got caught up in equipment. I don't know what your symbol is. .342 remaining in the period. Oh, net dislodged? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Puck to the near side. And it's cleared all the way down for no ice. Oh, that's a late icing call. Let's take a look at that last goal again by Gloyd. Here's the shot and into the net for her, coming out of the right side. .320 left in this period. A 3-0 lead for Arizona State. Right through the crease with a shot. Getting kicked out of the crease was Carly Chadwick. Or I take that back. No, that's Abby Steinman, 17. No, it was 15, Chadwick. You know, if it's a game show, we'd have to take my first answer. 2:47 to go in the period. And a battle for to the near side boards. Double and triple teamed is Chadwick, and it finally rolls to Knappenberger. She'll hold on. 2:12 of the first, Maine, her second. 8:10, Beskid, her second. And at 12:55, Gloyd, her second of the season. out to center after the draw, and set up once again by Arizona State. McGee with a crisp pass goes over to Rawls, and it's sent back into the Concordia end. At the half boards. Flipped away, and then the second effort by Maggie Kogan is cleared out to center. Northcutt with 5 goals and 2 assists this season. And most of her scoring coming in this showcase. Puck cleared all the way down. We will not get an eye. Yes, we do. So, Ryan, you tell me, is the race to the goal line and not the hash marks? Slow icing whistles. Now, you agree with me. Okay. Face-off comes back into the Concordia zone with 1:52 to go in the period and a 3-0 lead for Arizona State. They win this game. They'll go 2-1 on this tournament. Shot comes in. Score! It came from the high slot initially from Abby McGee, and it may have been tipped in or gone through the pads of Knappenberger. And I believe it was tipped in. And maybe Rebeck's goal. She reacted like she was able to get a stick on it in front. And we'll see how this one develops. We'll take a look at it here. It's off the face-off. And it was tipped in. Oh, what a play there for her first goal of the season. And so it is now a 4-0 lead for Arizona State. Rebeck will get it on the tip in front. So 1:26 remaining in this period. And Arizona State has a 4-0 lead. We'll catch the call from Kevin Thurrow, I believe, here in a moment.
Arizona State goal scored by number 2, Malik Rebeck, assisted by number 21, Abby McGee. Time of the goal at 18:13 of the first period, scored by number 2, assisted by number 21.
So that is indeed the call there. Coming up with
last minute of play in this period.
And a 4-0 lead for Arizona State. Sent all the way down by Scheibin. She'll chase her own opportunity there. In the skates. And then goes to the near side. It was in the skates of Benson. He didn't know where it was. But now Klein out of Princeton, Minnesota, played with the Junior Vegas Golden Knights. Good forechecking pressure by Isabel Hutzel. But then it's out to center now, where it'll be set up once again to be cleared by Klein. That'll do it for the period as it slowly wound down.
It's Arizona State leading the Concordia Cardinals by a score of 4-0.
Shots on goal in the period. Knappenberger faces 17. Jordan Nash Bolden faces 5. No penalties, so no power play opportunities at all. First goal at 2:12. Maine her second. Potter with the assist and a 1-0 contest. Then at 8:10, Beskett her second. Rawls and Gloyd with the assists. And it is a 2-0 affair. Then Gloyd gets her second. Beskett with the assist. And it becomes a 3-0 game. And then a nice tip in front by Rebeck. McGee with the initial shot. And that's where we are right now after one period of play. and a 4-0 lead for Arizona State. We'll take a break, and when we come back, hear from Aubrey Beskid in just a moment. We're back at Jordan Valley Ice Park. Steve Casson now talking with Arizona State University's only junior on the hockey club, and Aubrey Beskid. And Aubrey, you did get a goal this season already, so that's off the to-do list, right?
Yeah.
You've got that.
Yep.
The only junior, you're from Hershey, Pennsylvania. What made you decide, I'm going to Arizona State?
I always just had a feeling that I wanted to go somewhere that was far from home, and my dad and I always used to joke, like, oh, you could go to Arizona State. And then it came to the time to start looking for colleges, and Arizona State happened to have a women's program starting, and it worked out, so that's why I ended up there.
A lot of people do that. They love their family, but during college, I just got to get away.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what you felt?
Yeah, it's really cool because I get to kind of have my own, not my own life, but it's so different from everything that I've grown up doing, and it's like I'm making steps towards my own life after college, being so far from home, which is really nice.
So you feel like you're kind of independent. I mean, you spent 18 plus years with the family under their rule and everything like that, and not like you want to go wild and crazy, but you just want to kind of be on your own and have to know that you've got to rely on yourself now more than anybody else.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, do you live in a apartment or on campus? Do you live in a, let's say, it'd be sorority, right?
No, I'm not in a sorority. I live in an apartment with a girl on the team.
Okay.
Yep.
So, and I've heard all sorts of stories. When I went to college, I was like, well, do I want to go to fraternity? And I've seen Animal House, and I'm like, I don't think so. I'm there just to study.
Yeah.
Is that kind of the same thing for you?
Yeah, it was definitely one of those things where I wasn't really interested in it, but with school and hockey and work and everything else, it was just definitely didn't have time for anything like that.
So school and hockey and work.
Yeah.
And you have to study.
Yeah.
Do you have a life?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah.
That's pretty good too then.
Yep, it's fun. It definitely keeps me busy, I like staying busy because then I have my day organized and it's really nice.
We're talking with Aubrey Beskid, the only junior on the hockey club. Has hockey been your favorite sport?
Yes.
When did you get interested in hockey?
I started skating when I was 5, I think, and then my dad took me to a hockey game when I was 10, and I fell in love, and I had gear on by the next week.
What game did you go to?
The Hershey Bears, which is an AHL team that's in my hometown. So.
Okay, in Pennsylvania, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, let's see, I'm trying to think, are they... No, they're not Pittsburgh's.
No, they're the Capitals.
They are Washington's, okay.
Yeah.
So that's obviously got to be a nice thing to be able to go to a hockey game and all of a sudden get hooked on it.
Yeah.
And then it becomes your favorite sport.
Yep, it became my favorite sport from there on out. My dad and I had season tickets till I graduated high school, went to all the games. It was really nice to have that right in my backyard.
So who is your favorite NHL team?
If I say Pittsburgh, my family would be happy, but I'd say Washington probably.
Really now?
Just because I grew up watching the guys that played in Hershey, so it's kind of cool to see them in the major leagues now.
Exactly, so that translated into Washington, so that's always got to be a good thing. Do you have a favorite NHL player?
Probably not, no.
No? No one that you can think of?
No.
You just like the sport in general?
Yeah.
What's it like to be on a team right now that is 6-0 coming into this showcase, and it's the best this team's ever done? It's only a 4-year-old hockey club. What's it like knowing that this team is making some waves now?
It's amazing. There's no other way to describe it other than it's amazing. But I know that we have to come into these games and the rest of the season with our heads held high, but also at the same time realizing you have to go every game. You can't put that, oh, I'm 6-0 up there. You just have to battle for it. You really have to push to keep that going.
Who right now, and I know you could probably talk about a bunch of different players, but who in your estimation is the MVP of this hockey club?
Right now, I would definitely say it's between Kat Jones and Andy Main. I believe those two are very strong forwards, and they're great leaders for this team. Kat was just named our captain, and she's a great person to look up to, and yeah, I would definitely go with Kat or Andy.
Well, and Andy's assisted on 3 of Daniel DuPont's goals, and Daniel has 7 now.
Yeah, Danielle's also another person to look up to for sure. She always has a strong work ethic, which is really good, and it keeps the girls going the whole game, which is nice.
And that count, of course, coming into the showcase at this point. But I mean, you look up and down the lineup, and it really doesn't matter if you're a senior, if you're a freshman, if you're a sophomore. Everybody's contributing at this point.
Yeah, that's definitely it doesn't matter what grade you are or what year you are in school. We just care that you're helping and you're giving your all the whole game.
Aubrey Beskett is joining us, junior from Hershey, Pennsylvania, here on Web Sports Radio, and she, of course, with Arizona State University. And the Sun Devils are making waves, of course. Last season, when you were here at the showcase, you lost to McKendree.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a tough thing. It was a 5-0 loss. Hoping for that redemption, but this year is kind of a different scenario. This team seems a little different than last year. What's happened?
I think we just got a bunch of new forwards and new defense too. We got a lot of new players, forwards and Ds, that are just really committed to the team, and they really want to give their all, and they're so skilled. It's all we could really ask for.
This team coming into the showcase has only allowed they've allowed 1 or less goals in 5 of the 6 games that you've played. So you could look at it as it's a team effort.
Yeah, our goaltending also is outstanding. We have 3 really strong goaltenders. Jordan, who's been here since the beginning, couldn't ask for a better goalie, and Macy and Landry are also such strong goalies, both with, I believe, they have shutouts for this season, so it's been good for the goalies as well.
Aubrey Beskett is joining us from Arizona State University. Describe this team. And when I say describe, I mean, what is it like? I'm talking off the ice.
It's like a giant family. There's no other way to put that. We hang out all the time. We're together every day of the week. You can text someone and they'll be like, what are you doing? And it's like, okay, let's hang out. And it's so nice to have that family and always feel comfortable around everyone on the team and be able to talk to them about anything and give them hard love and be able to just say how things are. But it's also really good to just come together all the time.
Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have one little brother.
Does he play hockey?
Yeah. He's only 5, though.
Oh, he's only 5,
yeah,
but he's on skates already. That's a good thing.
Yep.
So that's got to be nice. Do you get out there on the ice with him? And
I haven't gotten the chance too much because I'm at school and he's back home, obviously, but I've seen him at a practice once, and it was pretty cute to watch because he's little and he can barely stand up, so it was cute.
Speaking of getting back, when do you get back to school? Mostly summertime and then winter break, or?
When do I go back home, you said?
Yeah.
Normally just Christmas and then over the summer. This will be, this summer I'm staying in Arizona, so this will be my first summer staying in Arizona all year, so it should be fun.
It must be different because you go back to the East Coast and it's cold. Like in the wintertime, you could be in shorts in Arizona washing your car, where if you're in the eastern side of things, you're bundling up. There might be snow. You could probably play hockey on the pond.
I've done that before. That's fun.
When did you do that?
Just when I was younger, through like middle school. Sometimes this pond would freeze and my dad would take me there and we would skate for hours and it was so fun. And then this 2 Christmas breaks ago, the lake that I work at froze over, so some of my best friends and I got to go skate out on the lake, and that was really fun.
That's got to be a blast.
You're out there for hours and you don't even know how long you're out there. You come back to your phone and you're like, whoa, it's already 3 hours later. It's
exactly.
So fun.
And the cool thing about it is if you ever need a Zamboni, you just move a couple of 100 feet over and you've got a fresh seat up.
Shovel some snow and you're good.
Have you ever done the whole Mr. Alaska thing, play a game out there and then maybe go skating at night, that kind of thing?
Maybe when I was in middle school, but I don't remember, to be honest.
So growing up in the East, so I've grown up in Southern California, so we didn't have hockey other than in leagues, but growing up back there, they probably had high school leagues and youth leagues that you could play just all the time. Yeah,
there was in-house, which is where I started for my first year or so, and then you have travel teams, which I played through high school. There aren't, I'm sure up north, East Coast, there's high school girls leagues, but where I'm from there was only high school boys league. But yeah, there's everything you could ask for on the East Coast for hockey. It's a great place for hockey.
Aubrey Beskett is joining us from Arizona State University. Do you remember your first goal?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
I was helping out a boys team that didn't have many players at the time. And I remember skating down the ice and taking a shot probably around the dot, and I could barely shoot by that time. It was in-house. I had just started, and it went 5-hole right on the goalie, and it was pretty cool.
That's got to be awesome. You know, I've talked to some people before. Last year I talked to a couple of players, and they said, well, yeah, it was kind of one that I got my stick on and it trickled in, or it went off of my stick. I really wasn't looking for a shot. You know, really.
Any goal's a goal.
I mean, yeah, any goal's a goal, but
yeah.
But you kind of got the feeling that they're looking for, I went bar down and I beat the goal. You know,
I don't need anything special. As long as I score, I'm cool with it.
Well, you obviously have one here now, and obviously you'd like to have a couple more.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely want to get a few more this season, but as long as we're winning and I'm doing everything I think I can be doing, I'm satisfied with that.
What do you want to take away from this season? Obviously, as a junior, you kind of feel like you're that go-to person now, the leader in a sense. But you personally, what do you want to take away when this season's done? What do you want to say? You know what? I accomplished this, or this was my goal for this year, and I got it done. What's something you want to do?
I want to definitely make sure I'm giving it my all the whole season, because I'm a junior now, and I've already realized that the first 2 years are over, and these last two I just have to give it my all and make it all worth my while. And I also I hope that the team can look up to me as younger players, and I want myself to be someone that they could come to about anything hockey related or just life related. Barring
any new recruits, you'll be the only senior next year.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It's weird. Today we were even sitting in the hotel, and I was just hanging out with some teammates, and I was like, it's so strange being the only junior, because I feel like I can hang out with the seniors, I can hang out with the sophomores, I can hang out with the freshmen, I can hang out with whoever I want, because I'm the only junior. So it's definitely going to be really weird being the only senior. But Casey McGinley, who was actually our captain last year, she was a super senior. She was the only senior last year, and I'll just try and do everything she did. She's one of my huge role models in my life. So.
Besides her, any other role models?
My parents are such role models to me. They've always done the best for me, and I'm so grateful for that. And they both live great lives now, and I'd love to follow in their footsteps.
So growing up, you were technically the only child growing up.
For 15 years, yeah.
Yeah, going through. And
yeah.
Did they give you anything you wanted as far as hockey went?
I wouldn't say they gave me anything necessarily. They were always very supportive and let me do what I wanted when it came to hockey. And I guess the season tickets to the Bears was really cool for just having that for hockey, because it really helped grow my knowledge of the game, which was key to growing up and learning the sport.
That's one of the biggest keys too, is you could play a sport and not really know it or understand it, but then you can be very into it and understand a lot more and get the nuances of the game too.
Yeah, I was definitely really into it, especially end of middle school, early high school. I remember my dad and I would be driving home, and if the Bears lost, I would be in a bad mood, and I wouldn't talk to him. And yeah, I was definitely really into it.
When you went back to school, do people know? They must have said something like, "Oh, the Bears lost last night."
I wouldn't say that, because I wasn't too public about it in school necessarily. It was what I did on the weekends.
No, so no one knew. You were just kind of.
I mean, they knew I played hockey, but that was about it. So.
Aubrey Beskett is joining us, and I always wish people at the end of an interview more goals. So I will wish you more goals for not only the remainder of the season, but this showcase here. And have you thought about what you're going to do the next time you score a goal?
The next time I score, probably just celebrate with my teammates and go give everyone in the bench a high five. I'm not too creative when it comes to scoring goals.
What's the funniest one you've ever seen?
Have you ever seen the one where they sit down and they start rowing?
Seen that, yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I'd say that's probably the funniest one I've seen.
Nothing like that?
I haven't seen anything too creative, no.
But I mean, you won't do anything like that, just be basic?
Yeah, no. Definitely just basic.
Go through high five, that kind of thing?
Yep, just the high fives, good jobs. I'm fine with that.
I saw one is actually really funny, and it was totally unexpected, but she scored and she came up to the bench and she did the whole toe pick thing. Like
ran on her toes with her skates?
Well, no, because women's figure skating have the toe pick, right?
Yeah.
And so she kind of skated up and she did the old toe pick and like almost flipped over. And
that's pretty funny.
And
that's a good one.
It was great. I thought it was hilarious.
That's a good one.
Now, the trainer, of course, didn't think so. He thought she really tripped. But then she stopped and everyone laughed and it was kind of fun. So I've seen that before.
What team was that?
I don't remember. It was a women's team. It was an ACHA game. I just happened to be there, and I can't remember what city it was. It was somewhere back east.
Nice.
The team I broadcast for, normally Missouri State, we were there, and there happened to be a women's team there. And I just remember seeing. Well, the only way we'd cut off an interview is if a goal was scored, and it was scored. This one put in by Aaron Rawls 20 seconds into this period. And it's 5-0 in favor of Arizona State. And you kind of knew that was going to happen because they've been shortening up time. I know Ryan may or may not agree with me, but my argument is, you know what? Let the ice set up, and they haven't been doing that lately. Let's catch the call.
By number 12, Aaron Ruas, assisted by number 6, Sheridan Gloyd. Time of the goal at the 22nd mark of the second period, scored by number 12, assisted by number 6.
That's the call there. And we'll see if we can get a look at that goal. See how it developed. See if we've got a look at this one here. Yeah, just a nice shot up over the shoulder of the goaltender Knappenberger. Another one and a save by Knappenberger. Kind of an interesting thing that happened. And I'll tell you about that in a second. As Rawls gets her first of the season. And ASU again on the opportunity here. To the corner now. Digging it out is Northcutt with 18:42 to go in the period. Left side. Shot in low. Missed to the near side corner now. Northcutt follows it up one more time. Looking for a wraparound out in front and a big save. Rebound poked home. And Arizona State gets another one. This one, I believe, is Gullickson's. And Gullickson will get her third of the season. It's 6-0. So we'll see again if we can get a good look at this one here coming up in the next stoppage of play. But Arizona State kind of pouring it on again. 3 quick goals here. This one is the assistant captain, Daniel DuPont. Goal number 9, 7-0. So I dare take my eyes off of everything that's going on here. Here, I believe, is the first goal. This is Rawls' goal. Up over the shoulder of the goaltender, Knappenberger. Here is Gullickson's goal. On the second effort rebound. And then just a second ago, DuPont's goal. Again on the rebound. And we'll catch up all of this from Kevin Thurrow, hopefully in a moment. As the goals have come fast and furious for Arizona State.
Arizona State goals. The first goal scored by number 7, Amy Golickson. Assisted by number 16, Avery Chemlovsky, and by number 3, Taylor Northcutt. Time of the first goal at 1:53 of the second period, scored by number 7, assisted by number 16 and number 3. On the second goal, scored by number 19, Danielle DuPont, assisted by number 11, Kat Jones, and by number 10, Emily Klein. Time of that goal at 1:40 of the second period, scored by number 19, assisted by number 11 and number 10.
Well, it can't be a 1:40 time based on what he said, so we'll have to figure that one out. 17:04 to go in the period. And a 7-0 lead for Arizona State. Here's Gloyd. Off the side of the net, saved by Knappenberger and cleared all the way down. Do we get an icing? A slow icing. .16:37 remaining after the icing call. And a shot score through some traffic. Northcutt gets it as Coggin was right there screening the goaltender. And it's 8-0. So Northcutt gets that one. Let's take a look at it here. She gets a shot that just goes up over the shoulder of the goaltender and in the net. $8-0 is the count.
Scored by number 3, Taylor Northcutt. Assisted by number 24, Aubrey Beskid. Time of the goal at 3:30 of the second period. Scored by number 3, assisted by number 24.
8-0. Shot left side, tipped in front. And a backhander by Beskid is held on to by Klappenberger. 15:38 remaining. .32 remaining in the period. Wraparound doesn't go for Larson. She stays on the doorstep. Behind the net, feet up the middle, drive and a save as Potter got that one. Not cleared as it hit metal stanchions. Puck behind the net, looking for another wraparound. This time was Larson. To the point and off of the stick of Potter, and things get reset with 15 minutes to go in the period. Play comes in, save by Knappenberger. Chemlovsky looking to the near side. Stepping in front of her is Hutzel. Play comes to the side of the net. And with 14:25 remaining, it has been all Arizona State here in the second period. Moving around, a check is Potter. Puck ricochets out and finally it's cleared. So Arizona State with goals, and we'll recap them for you here in a moment. But they came quick. 3 goals in 2 minutes. Actually, 3 goals in a minute 57. Gullickson, DuPont, and Northcutt. After Rawls scored at 20 seconds of this period. Here's Maine. Looking, shooting, and it's held on to by Knappenberger. Here's a look at Northcutt's goal, the last one, right off the draw. And she's able to snipe it over the shoulder of Knappenberger. Her 6th of the season, Beskid with the assist. It's 8-0 in favor of Arizona State. And they, still with the pressure on, get a shot. It's blocked in front. Gloyd had it. Good block by Schuler. Now puck is loose. And Knappenberger's able to fall on it with 13:06 to go in the period. And it is a short bench for Concordia. They only have 8 players, including a goaltender. Puck up the middle. Chadwick will play with it with 12:49 to go behind the net. Moves it to the right side. Drive in. Blocked. That came from Rabick. She has a goal in today's game. Nice tip in front. Now down the middle. Poking it ahead on the backhander was McGee. To the near side, and a shot from an odd angle off the stick of Sarah Zimmerman is held on to by the goaltender Knappenberger. 31 shots now she's faced. There's a look at the substitutes. Just 3 compared to the bench of Arizona State. Up the middle again, shot blocked. That inadvertently was blocked by their own team and Steinman. And she may go to the bench, and she does. So I guess it wasn't blocked, it was more like it hit her. With 12:07 remaining. Scheiben gets pushed off the play. 11:49 remaining in the second period. Coming up at the second period intermission, a talk with Maria Barlow, the head coach of Concordia. Puck with a backhander in that misses, and off the side of the net, another attempt by Molly Potter is held on to by Knappenberger. We'll do it all again with another face-off, and Knappenberger holding on to that. So in game 1, Concordia came into this showcase at 22% on the PK. When they were done, they ended up at 50%. So some improvements for them. With 11:04 to go in the period. Sun Devils, Rawls. Out to center, but intercepted by Gloyd. across the line into the zone. Gloyd looking for someone in front. She does have Rawls in front. Gloyd behind the back of the net, bounces it off the net, and she's still going to work with it. 1 goal, 2 assists, actually 2 goals and 2 assists for Gloyd after she got 1 today, and Knappenberger will hold on. Concordia last season had 16 players, 10 freshmen, 5 sophomore, and 1 senior. They lost 9 players, but they gained enough to grab 13 this season with 11 freshmen and 2 seniors, so a relatively young squad in which Maria Barlow is working with. To the point, left side to Gullickson. Kicked out to center, and Hutzel will have it picked away from her. Larson down the middle, shot in, and a save by Knappenberger. A couple of Arizona State fans watching the game here. There's a few more, Ryan, except they're invisible. They had their head down. Didn't want to be on camera. There we go. There's our fans. And Concordia takes a timeout. Meanwhile, a lot of fans in attendance to support the Concordia Cardinals. I want one of those. Hopefully it's a candy. So we are 1 second away from being halfway through this hockey game. More fans enjoying the game here. It's always the kids that get the good seats. There, of course, is Larry Ellis, one of our hosts here, father of Lindsay Ellis, head coach of Arizona State. It's with his gracious help that we have this great showcase here. Faceoff will come into the Concordia zone. And one thing I wanted to talk about that I was trying to get to during the broadcast is Knappenberger came down to the Arizona State side after the change, didn't realize about the change, got the net all set up and ready to go the way goaltenders do, and then all of a sudden Nash Bolden comes over to her and says, you're on the other side. And she had to skate all the way down and do the same thing in her crease. So she did it twice. Here's a shot in, pad save, rebound. Will be taken by Northcutt. I mean, at one point as Knappenberger makes a glove save here, you want to say, thanks so much, but at the same time you want to say, oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing. I can't believe I did that. But you know what, Ryan, I'm guilty of that myself many times. But Knappenberger got a laugh out of it. It was all good. Near side boards. Here's Jones. Cat with 8 goals now on this season. I take that back. She has 7. Opportunity in front, loose, and good deflection by Dries. Sails wide by Klein. And now It is Arizona State again with a blast in, tipped off of the skate of Ruggiero. 8:38 to go in the period. Blast in, tipped again, pinballing through. Chasing it down is Scheiben. She gets sticked off the play. McGee is there. Tried to bank it off the goaltender and in, but it actually hit the side of the back end of the pipe. And here we go with another opportunity. This time walking in is Chadwick, and it's through some skates also. 8:10 to go in the period. 8-0 Arizona State. Down the middle, shot score as it tipped off in front. It may have been a goal by Chadwick. The initial shot, I believe, came off of Klein. And I'm thinking it's Chadwick that got this one. And if it is, that's her first goal this season. It is 9-0 in favor of Arizona State. So we'll wait to hear the official call from Kevin Thurl, but I believe that will be her goal. Whistle for a stoppage in play. Let's see if we can take a look.
Arizona State goal scored by number 15, Carly Chadwick, assisted by number 11, Kat Jones. Time of the goal at 11:58 of the second period, scored by number 15, assisted by number 11.
So that is indeed the goal scorer, Chadwick, with her first, as it is 9-0. I'm going to see if we can get a little bit better view at this goal. Let's try it one more time here. Now there's the tail end of it. We'll get it back for you. But a 9-0 score now. And Arizona keeping this one way out of hand halfway through this contest. Shots are 41-5 in favor of Arizona State. Far side boards. Out to center. Worked by Steinman. She breaks free, left side. Looking for some help. Gets it as coming off the bench is Beskid. Beskid with it. 6:37 remaining. Coming up at the first period intermission, Maria Barlow of Concordia, the coach, will be our guest. Shot in, blocked, and as it does trickle through, Knappenberger able to make the save. We'll go back to that goal once again, get a better look at it for you here on replay. There's a good opportunity for Kat Jones to get the shot off and then have it tipped in by Chadwick. So a few players getting their first goals of the season in this contest. Hard to believe with all the scoring that Arizona State has done. They've scored 34. And Robick, Rawls, Chadwick all getting their first. Behind the net, Malik, Robick again. Shot off the side of the net. She is the only player that was not recruited. She walked on and made the team. Backhander in front on the wraparound, save, rebound, and a blast comes in to the midsection of Knappenberger. Aubrey Beskid got the loose chains. And a big save there. Off the draw, a shot hits the post by Rawls. Rebound comes right into Knappenberger, and she's able to hold on to that one on the second effort attempt. 5:25 to go in the period. Maine, Beskid, Gloyd, Robick, Rawls, Gullickson, DuPont, Northcutt, Chadwick. All different scorers for Arizona State. And here they come again. Trying to work on that wraparound. Doesn't happen. High slot. Shot is blocked, and it's cleared. The high slot shot from McGee eventually cleared and sent out. Five, or make that under 5. Now at 4:45 remaining in this period. Puck moved all the way down and sent for the icing call. 4:35 to go. A lot of fans still piling in here. They found out there was hockey going on. 4:27 remains. Puck kicked into the corner by Knappenberger. Oh, a shot from an odd angle. Did not phase Knappenberger. Kogan is there. He'll try to pick it up. Puck cleared out to center and all the way back into the Arizona State zone. Isabel Hutzel doing a lot of the hounding there, but then it's maybe a 2-on-1 developing for Arizona State. Shot comes in, save, and no rebound as Gullickson came in on the 2-on-1, and Knappenberger is able to hold on to that. 3:42 remains in the second period. The final game of the women's Missouri Showcase, hosted by Arizona State University. Saw a shot of Larry Ellis earlier, and he's the one that's been putting this tournament on, and he's looking forward to bigger and better for next year. So shot comes in, missing wide. I would say talk to head coach Lindsay Ellis if you want to play in this tournament next year, or if you know teams that want to. Those that want to play are already here, I believe. Steinman behind the net. Now it comes up the middle. A shot that DuPont got is blocked. And Arizona State just running a clinic right now. Zimmerman to the point. Taken by Benson with a shot blocked in front. Odd angle shot, kick to the corner. And now a shot in through some traffic by DuPont, and it's 10-0. She gets not only her 10th goal of the season, but makes it 10-0.
No goal.
Oh, they call it no goal. Okay, no official explanation why, but apparently no goal. So we're back to 9. I would assume a player in the crease, but no indication on why. And I would assume that's what it is. Looking at the replay, that there was a player in the crease. 2:03 remaining in the second. High slot. Wind up. That is blocked in front. And a second shot saved. Rebound, score. The initial shot came from Kat Jones. And the rebound was put home, I believe, by Potter. And they have combined for a lot of goals. Let's see here. Potter gets her first goal, which is hard to believe. She's been the assister on most of them. But now it is officially 10-0.
Arizona State goal scored by number 9, Molly Potter, assisted by number 11, Kat Jones. Time of the goal at 18:09 of the second period, scored by number 9, assisted by number 11.
So the first goal for Potter. And we will try to see if we can get that rebound, replay for you. Less than a minute to go in the period. And Arizona State has a 10-0 lead. And they still work the puck. So let's see if we can take a look at that goal by Potter. Puck comes to her, a little bouncer, and she's able to flip it up over. So the face-off is won and cleared out to center with 18 seconds remaining. Shots are 49-5 in favor of Arizona State. Here's McGee behind the net. McGee waits, gets it over to Rawls through the right circle, and she'll work with it. Rawls waits, shoots, and it hits off the glove and then the bar. And at the buzzer, it is a 10-0 game. And I need to get my score sheet set up because it's a 10-0 game. I had the other goal still on my score sheet. So in the second period, Rawls, Gullickson, DuPont, Northcutt, Chadwick, and Potter. All of them score, and it's 10-0 after 2 periods of play. We'll come back and hear from Maria Barlow in just a moment. 10-0 Arizona State over Concordia after 40.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Back at Jordan Valley Ice Park, Steve Casson now talking with the head coach of the Concordia Ann Arbor University Cardinals and Maria Barlow. Maria, your second year with this hockey club, and you're still looking for your first win.
We are.
It's got to be tough.
It is. We got some mentally tough girls, though. They're doing awesome with it.
I noticed with your club that you still have the same similar players, but this year you're getting even younger. 10 freshmen, 5 sophomore, and the lone senior who's kind of, I guess, leading the crowd in Lena Thompson. And it's great because you've got freshmen. You can kind of mold them the way you want to as a coach.
Yeah,
but at the same time, you're still kind of growing. And I don't want to say what's it going to feel like or what are you going to think of when you get that first win, but I almost want to ask you because I know that everything that you're doing is leading up to first little baby steps. Get that first win and then move on. And so let's talk about that first. What's the attitude of the team? How does everybody feel knowing it's that monkey they're still trying to get off their back?
Yeah, I think it depends on how you want to take it, but it can be an exciting thing, especially like you said, having so many freshmen coming in and still having the opportunity to be on that team that gets the first win. Since, in the inaugural season we didn't, so they still get that chance. So I think that's a really exciting opportunity for them. And then the returners have just worked so hard the last year, a little over a year now, that I think it'll just be so rewarding for them once it does come.
You have yet to score a goal at home, but you've scored on the road. So that's kind of a positive thing if we want to look at it that way. Isabel Futzel is the only one that's scored a goal on the road. But Olivia Dries and Sydney Schuler do have assists, so you've got some players with points too.
Absolutely, yeah, and they both get a decent amount of shots on net a game too, so I feel one coming for a couple of them soon here.
This is a hockey club that we've kind of taken under our wing, and I mean us here at Web Sports Radio, because last season was your first season, and we kind of just said, okay, this is what we're going to do. You're going to be our team, and so we've kind of followed you and kind of know that it's been a tough situation. This is going to be your second 3-game weekend that you're going to play this season.
Right.
So how have you prepared the team for the season ahead? I mean, what do you do? What do you kind of instill? What's your game plan? What do you want to get out of this season when it's all said and done?
Yeah, well, first of all, you said preparation is lots of conditioning. We've got some very well-conditioned girls out there. They have no choice but to be well-conditioned. So that's definitely our first thing, but just focusing on the little things, not getting super complicated, trying to keep it simple and just playing straightforward, clean hockey.
I mentioned that last season you lost 9 players, but you've picked up the 11 freshmen and actually, I'm sorry, you had 11 freshmen and 2 seniors last season, but losing 9 players, it's got to be tough, especially some of those were freshmen. What do you do as far as recruiting goes when all of a sudden you look and, okay, you kind of rented a couple of players for a season and now you have to start all over?
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. It's a tough one to look at, especially as a coach when you're going out recruiting, but I think the biggest thing is just making sure we're looking for the right girls at this point, the girls that are willing to buy into the new program, understand that it's going to be a struggle at first, and it's something that they've got to work to, and understanding that it will be rewarding, someday. But just, you can't always just look for those girls that are looking to come in and win 70-80% of their games that first season, because those are probably the ones who won't stay.
Maria Barlow is joining us, the head coach of Concordia Ann Arbor University, the Cardinals. Are you the Cardinals or the Lady Cardinals?
We just say Cardinals.
You just want to stick with that?
Yeah, just simple.
That's always a good thing. As I mentioned, you can look at stats all you want and say, okay, this is this and that is that, and this is what we need to work on, but it seems like you're kind of a core group and you're a fun group, and when you get out on the ice, stats don't matter?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm sure it's in the back of everyone's mind. It always is. But, yeah, it's about coming out here and having fun and building the program, and that's not always a numbers game. Just going out there and representing our school well and putting something out there that we're proud of is probably the biggest thing.
You get a chance to come play teams like Utah, like Colorado State, even getting to play McKendree and Arizona State, teams that you normally wouldn't play. So that's got to be a good thing to be able to play in this tournament.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and just to get that outreach, it's exciting for the girls to come and and kind of have that team bonding opportunity as well on the road. But like you said, playing teams that we wouldn't normally get to, and it makes it a bit easier on both sides for people kind of meeting in the middle, so that's always nice.
It's interesting because you're only 2 years into this program and you already have a senior on the team. So obviously Lena Thompson has played a couple of years, but all of a sudden you feel like you just kind of got in a groove and she's got to go.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's tough, but that's college hockey for you, right? It's not the pros. I can't sign her to a 10, 15-year contract, so you gotta let them leave the nest eventually.
So where do you go to recruit?
Oh, we go everywhere. Just last weekend we were out in Illinois at that Sabres showcase, which was a huge 19U tournament. It was really cool to be at, but anywhere and everywhere. I mean, if you look at our roster, we've got girls from California, we've got Virginia, we have Montana, Texas, so we're pretty widespread, and we're definitely not biased about location, that's for sure.
Maria Barlow, head coach of Concordia Ann Arbor, joining us here on Web Sports Radio. And women's hockey is a different breed. Granted, this is ACHA Women's Division I hockey, but it still is. One of the things that even I do as a hockey player is I get out on the ice and I say, oh man, this is so fast and I'm having a great time and this is amazing. And then I look at video of myself and it looks like I'm so slow out there. How do you kind of get it across to people that it's as fast as you make it on the ice, but there's still some improvement and some things that you can do when you kind of look off the ice and look at the video? At least I say that to myself, because I look at video of myself and I say, okay, I could definitely improve. Right.
I mean, nobody's perfect. The Stanley Cup champions every year, I'm sure, watch video and still have things to improve on. So there's always something to work on, sometimes more than others, especially being young and new. But it's just, you just got to know that it's helpful critiques and not take it to heart, but fix it.
Maria Barlow, head coach of Concordia Ann Arbor, is our guest. And I don't want to harp on stats. I know that you've started out 0-4, and it's been tough. It's been tough to even buy a goal, so to speak. How does the team stay positive?
We focus on little wins, things we did well, the stats that you don't look at quite as often. Out in Grand Valley, those 3 games we played, we had girls blocking shots like crazy. I think, we were in the double digits for blocked shots a few games there, so that's been something we've really been focusing on. And then just executing our breakouts, our forechecks, that sort of thing has been a big focus for us, and I think the girls are really buying into the excitement of what happens when you do succeed in those things.
And it's tough because you mentioned there on Saturday you had to play Aquinas, then jump that same night and play Grand Valley State. 2 games in one night with a short bench has got to be tough.
It was, but I was really impressed with the girls. Like I said, we do plenty of conditioning, but they also just have a lot of heart, and they went out there and they played strong, and we definitely do lots of foam rolling and stretching to recover, but they did a good job handling that and bouncing back.
Do you feel, because again, the program's just 2 years in its infancy, and I know they have a men's team too, but do you guys feel special, or do they recognize the hockey team and say, hey, that's the hockey team? Because it seems like it's just a small core little group.
Yeah, we're not a very big campus, so even though we are a small group, people definitely know who the girls are, and hockey players are a different breed than any other athletes in my opinion, so they might stick out a little bit more in that case, but people definitely recognize us. Our campus has been so excited to have the men's and women's hockey teams starting out, and super supportive, people driving out to the rink all the time to watch games, and it's been a great atmosphere for the team to grow in.
That's got to be fun to have people, and even at this showcase here today, there's a lot of people that have showed up for this, which is kind of nice to see. That's obviously got to be a positive for the team when you can play in front of a bunch of fans. Yeah,
for sure, and I have one girl that has some family that lives in Missouri. She said she's bringing them all, so that'll be exciting for the girls to have that bigger crowd, and just getting our name out there to those people all over is really good for us.
That's always a good thing when people will want to travel on the road, and that's the good thing about this showcase is you can play teams from all across the country in one central location where you normally wouldn't get to play them. I mean, most of your teams are more the eastern teams, But you get the likes of McKendree, and you get the likes of Arizona State and Colorado and Utah, so it's got to be nice.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we have a ton of teams around Michigan, and it would be easy just to stay within a 4-hour radius and just play those teams, but I think the experience of coming out and playing these other teams is a great opportunity to have.
And, of course, one of the other teams that I've talked about that you will end up playing again this season is Aquinas, and unfortunately, it's tough because the wins that Aquinas has had have been against Concordia.
Yep. It's tough, but they're a newer program too. They're a few years ahead of us, and that shows a little bit with a little bit more bench depth. But we're looking at catching up with them as soon as we can, and I think playing them quite a few times is nice to have them close by, so it's not too bad of a drive and gets all of us those games that we like to play.
Head coach of Concordia Ann Arbor, Maria Barlow, is joining us. So what got you into coaching? What got you into being at Concordia?
Well, coaching I always say it runs in my blood. I'm the first hockey coach in my family, but my brother's actually a Division I basketball coach. My dad's coached basketball since I think he was out of high school, and my sister also coached college basketball as a grad assistant and coached some high school basketball after that. So we've had lots of coaching in our blood. But I would say showing up to Concordia, getting in there was a family thing. I'm actually the only person in my family who didn't go to Concordia for undergrad. My parents met there. My sister and brother went there. Sister met her husband there. So Concordia's a family deal for us. They always joke that they finally got me in after I wouldn't go to school there because they didn't have women's hockey yet.
That's got to be the biggest key right there.
Exactly.
If there's no place to skate, then why even go? But but you also have a second-year assistant, Rachel Grefke.
Yes.
She's got to help a lot.
She does. She's great. She played NCAA D3, so just coming from that different level is it's really awesome to have that different intensity. She sees things differently. She does a great job. She played forward and D in college, so she's an all-around good coach with that, and it's just nice to have someone like that to bounce ideas off of and discuss with.
Head coach of the Concordia Ann Arbor University Cardinals, Maria Barlow, is our guest. Maria, thanks so much. And you know, with the players, I end my interviews saying, hey, get more goals, good luck at that. Well, get yourself a first win here at this showcase.
That would be awesome.
Go home with that big goose egg lifted. You've got that #1 notch, and
Absolutely.
you're ready to go. Start a streak, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. That would be awesome.
All right.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here. We'll take a break. But again, we won't take that break. We'll get right into the third period, 19:04 remaining. And again, it is Arizona State who skate from the right to the left with all of the pressure here in the third period. And they look to get more. Puck sent down in low. And we get a shot and a goal. This one, I think, may have come from DuPont. It's 11-0. And we'll see if we can figure this one out here. See if it indeed was DuPont's goal. But 11-0 in favor of Arizona State. We'll catch the call from Kevin Thurl, the public address announcer. On the 50th shot. Shots at the end of the second period, 32 on
Arizona State goal,
Knappenberger.
her second of the game, scored by number 19, Danielle DuPont. Assisted by number 5, Morgan Benson. Time of the goal at 1:14 of the third period, scored by number 19, assisted by number 5.
So what I was going to say was shots on goal in the second period, I don't believe we got to them. 32 on Knappenberger, two-period total of 49, and Nash Bolden did not face any. Still 5 shots against her. Next stoppage will get to the goal by DuPont. 17:48 remains in the period. Here's a snapshot by Beskid, and it's held on to. Here's the last goal by DuPont. And right there to snipe it in. On the 50th shot. None net. Now 51 after a save. And Arizona State still working the puck. They've had most of the possession in this contest. And one from the lower right circle from Chemlovsky is held on to. By Knappenberger. And off the draw, Scheiben sends it around the net. Puck stolen, grabbed by Gloyd. Now in front and right through is Amy Gullickson to get a shot, but it's held on to by Knappenberger. Now they have registered a couple of more shots. 53 now for Arizona State. Spin around shot saved, and the rebound is moved to the side. Chemlovsky got the first shot. And then the defense did the work after that. 16:47 to go in the period. Puck up the middle, trickles right through, and it's held on to by Knappenberger. We'll get a full sail line change from everybody. We now have 54 shots registered. And here comes Hutzel. Hutzel with a drive and a pad save, and it's covered up by Jordan Nash Bolden. Just the 6th shot. On the ASU goaltender. Off the draw. 2-on-2 working now for the Sun Devils. Rawls behind the net looking for Rabick. And spinning through some traffic is DuPont. She's now looking for the hat trick, the only person that scored 2 goals in this contest, and we get a whistle for stoppage in play. 16:05 to go in the period. And 11-0 in favor of Arizona State. Maine her second in the first. Beskid, Gloyd, Rabick, all in the first. Then Rawls, Gullickson, DuPont, Northcutt, Chadwick, and Potter in the second. And here in the third, DuPont. She gets her second of the game, 10th of the season. Puck off the side of the net again after hitting the back of the boards is covered up once again by Knappenberger. Line change for both teams. More so a full sail change for Arizona State. Shot comes in, deflected to the corner by Benson. Off on the right side, shot wide by the captain. Now it comes in and a tip save, rebound, and held on to by Knappenberger. So it all started with Kat Jones getting a tip in front. And progressed where Knappenberger had to make a couple of saves. Face off one to the point. Dries is there, not able to clear it. Sent down in low for Gloyd. Gloyd up high to McGee. McGee sent down in low. Up the middle, here's Gloyd, shot wide, rebound, followed up, moved into the corner. That rebound by Benson. 15 minutes to go in the period. Here is McGee. Looking in front. Beskid is there waiting. McGee still with it. They're working this like it's a power play, but it's not, and they look for the open person in the corner. And that was Benson on the left side, and she just couldn't get control of it. Now down the middle, Beskid drive and a save by Knappenberger. She will hold on. Well, for folks that are tuning in on Web Sports Radio, if you want to tune in, our next broadcast here will be Missouri State hockey. That is our Division I squad versus Alabama. That'll be Friday, November 1st, right here from Jordan Valley Ice Park. You can tune in for that if you would like. 14:28 remaining. Guaranteed Ryan will not do camera work for that game. Shaking his head no. He's going to hobnob and shake hands and babies and all that, whatever that is, as the general manager of the hockey club. I don't know what your hand gestures are there, Ryan. I can't tell. You're shaking something. I'm not sure what it is. Babies? Puck comes in, it gets deflected up, and I'm just going to quit right here. I have no idea what you're gesturing for. 14:03 to go in the period. And it's cleared out to center. It'll come all the way down. And out of their own zone, ASU. Moved right back in where it will be Molly Potter from Woodbury, Minnesota, the senior. Up to center. Racing in left side with a shot, Steinman, and held on to by Knappenberger. If I can do my quick math here, I can figure out who is the points leader. I think it still is DuPont with 14. Don't believe she got any assists. So it still is Daniel DuPont. 13:17 to go in the period. Left side, up the middle. Chemlovsky had it go off of her stick. Gloyd is there to keep it in right side. Lowell on the right circle, shot in, blocker, save, rebound. And chasing for it is Schuler, and she's able to clear it. Now across the line, once again is Chemlovsky for Arizona State into the Concordia zone. Shot down in low. Grabbed by Beskid. Beskid trying to work something behind the net. She gets it there, and it sneaks in. Poked home. And Chemlovsky will get it. That's her first goal of the season. So a lot of the players that have not scored in 8 games are getting on the board here. And this makes it a 12-0 contest.
Arizona State goal scored by number 16, Avery Chemlovsky. Assisted by number 19, Danielle DuPont. Time of the goal at 7:31 of the third period. Scored by number 16, assisted by number 19.
So the goals are now coming at a fast pace here in the third. Next stoppage We'll take a look at this goal. So here it is. And unfortunately, we'll have to move it just a little bit to get a look at that goal. So next stop, we'll take a look at it again. Here across the line into the zone is Sheridan. Intercepted from her by Klein. And back into the Concordia end of the ice. .10:57 remains. Rabick breaks through, gets it across the line. As far as she gets, and it's sent back for Potter. Potter down the middle to the left. Potter, as Arizona State line changes, keeps it low along the goal line. Looking for some help. Right circle, gets a shot off. Steered into the corner. 61 shots have now been put on Klappenberger. .10:17 to go in the third. Puck cleared to Benson. She has it left side, looking for some help. Jones is there, but instead Benson gets a shot that is steered behind the net. Benson again waits, looks for some help, but instead gets it herself and misses wide to the left. Jones behind the net. She'll work it. Gets around the reach of Dries. Arizona State with all the pressure. Jones again. 9:40 remaining. Puck out to center. Here's an opportunity for Dries. 2-on-1. Dries shoots, missing wide. Up on the left side. Coming back the other way is Chadwick. She had it poked away from her. Arizona State really moving things through the middle now. 9:08 to go in the period. Puck up the middle and cleared all the way down. It'll be McGee. Her pass too hot for Andy Main, but Main picks it up off the boards. 3-on-2 into the zone. Here comes an opportunity for Steinman that's blocked in front. And Gloyd poke checks the puck away. It's right out in front. Backhander and a save somehow as the backhander by Gloyd didn't get in the net. Knappenberger lost her stick and her blocker. She's able to get everything set up again before the onslaught comes again for Arizona State. .8:12 remaining. It's been all Arizona State with a shot in by Potter that's held on to by Knappenberger through some traffic. See if we can get that last goal. And I believe a little bit better look for you here. There's it sneaking in on the corner. .7:48 to go in the period. A pass by DuPont is sent behind the net. They've now put 65 shots up on the scoreboard. Arizona State with some more pressure. 7:14 remaining. Right point blast. Sails wide by Klein. And now here's Andy Main. She'll set it up for some target practice. In front, and it's right on the side of the net. Knappenberger to make the save. And 6:40 to go. Another opportunity up the middle. Spun around as Steinman can't get to it. Cleared out to center. Here is Hutzel. Backed into the zone. Spun around by Maine and cleared all the way down. A line change for Arizona State. Down the middle once again, and it's the Sun Devils taking full control here in this period. Spin around shot by Steinman, deflected, pass through the crease, moved to the far side. Regathered by Gloyd with a shot off. That goes through the crease again. Now here's McGee. Backhander missed wide. And coming out is Ruggiero. Ruggiero left side with a shot, missed wide to the left. Gullickson kicks it off the boards. And now it's Beskid and Gullickson. Beskid with the lead pass. She crosses over to the middle, but instead it's broken up. And it will be Scheiben to bring it out to center. Here's Sheridan into the zone. Moved over by Beskid across the point, and it is cleared out to center after the initial shot by Scheiben. 4:50 left in the third period, the final game of the tournament. Steered aside by Nash Bolden, and she slid all the way across to make sure that puck didn't go in the net. Good move by Finn Larson. She sends it in deep, allows everyone to change. There may have been Chemlowski, 16, I think it was. With 4:20 remaining in the period. Calling for it is Potter. Didn't get to her. Now Potter finally gets it on the left side. Has some room. Potter shoots, and it's off the crossbar. Rebound comes up the middle and sent out to center all the way down. This will not be an icing. Line change for Concordia. Here is Klein. Left side across the line, and the puck was poked away from her. Stays in, though. Chadwick up the middle. Broken up, and is it cleared? Yes. Here comes Hutzel. Left side. Waiting for somebody. It's intercepted. Here's a 2-on-2 now as we come the other way. Rawls sends it up the middle, and as it comes right in front, Knappenberger's able to hold on. 3:21 to go in the period. Shot 67-7. We came into this period at 49-5. Puck cleared behind the net with 3:16 remaining, and a good wraparound attempt by DuPont. She was looking for goal number 3. She's the only one with multiple goals in this contest, believe it or not. And Knappenberger will hold on to the puck there. 70th shot now registered. 12-0 ASU. Maine, Beskid, Gloyd, Rabick, Rawls, Gullickson, DuPont, Northcutt, Chadwick, Potter, DuPont again, and Chemlowski. So all single goal scorers with the exception of the 2 by DuPont. Puck is cleared out to center, 2:46 remaining. And it'll come all the way down to the Arizona State zone. Jones to pick it up. Gloyd gives it off in front. Klein moves through. The 223. Now McGee's shot, and it sails wide. Waiting on the point is McGee. Instead, it goes to Jones on the right side. In front, save, rebound, loose. And it is not cleared. It's held to the point again. Jones with a shot. Moving to the left. 1:55 to go in the period. Up high, Jones. And it's cleared out to center. It'll be a delayed offside, so avoiding the touch is Arizona State. As now with some numbers, here comes Dries for Concordia. Racing hard down into the zone. She checks Klein. Dries is there, gets it behind the net. The water bottle was dislodged, but that's because it hit the side of the net on the outside. Line change for Arizona State. Oh, what a nice move. Left side drive and a save is Abby McGee with a good move there to get around the defender. And cutting off the angle was the goaltender Knappenberger.
While all players this weekend have shown tremendous efforts, we wanted to take a moment to recognize one particular outstanding effort with the Concordia goaltender Lizzie Knappenberger. These are her first 3 college games this weekend, and she has faced, to this point, up to 170 shots this weekend. So let's hear it for Concordia goaltender Lizzie Knappenberger.
And she has played very well in her debuts. Granted, it's been a short bench and it's been tough for Concordia. But she's played just as well as Jordan Nash Bolden and some of these other goaltenders that have played on successful teams. Scheiben gets upended as it goes into the Arizona State zone with less than a minute to go in the third period. Puck cleared all the way down. Racing forward is Steinman. She's looking for some help, gets it up the middle. It is blocked in front. Shot, score! As it came out in front to Andy Main, she gets her second of the game. Third of the season for Maine. And an unfortunate bounce there makes it 13-0. It really wasn't going anywhere. And then all of a sudden, after it hit a skate, it stayed right out in front for Maine to just spin around and get the goal. And we'll take a look at that one here in just a moment. But 28 seconds remaining.
Scored by number 22, Andy Main. Assisted by number 24, Aubrey Beskid. Time of the goal at 19:18 of the third period. Scored by number 22. Assisted by number 24.
So with 9 seconds remaining, the clock runs down. And that should do it for this contest. And it ends in a 13-0.
And at the end of the game,
shots on goal in the third period. 2 shots on Jordan Nash Bolden for a 3-period total of 7. And 24 shots, actually 26 shots in the third period on Knappenberger for a 3-period total of 75. We'll take a look at that last goal by Andy Main. And again, it hits a skate and then she just spins around and is able to poke it home for the final goal. She scores the first goal of the contest and the final goal of the contest as Maine gets the first one at 2:12 then Beskid, Gloyd, Rabick, Rawls, Gullickson, DuPont, Northcutt, Chadwick, Potter, DuPont again, Shavlovsky, and Maine to finish things up. It has been a fantastic showcase. Recap the scores for you in case you missed. McKendree 6-0 over Utah in Game 1 on Friday. Colorado 5-0 over Concordia. Aquinas loses to Arizona State by a count of 5-3. Then in Game 2, or Day 2, Utah 6-0 over Concordia. Colorado 10-0 over Aquinas. McKendree 5-1 over Arizona State. Here today, 2-1 Aquinas over Utah. McKendree 5-1 over Colorado. And the game that just finished here, it is Arizona State with a 13-0 win over Concordia. Well, that'll do it here from Jordan Valley Ice Park and the Stan Melton Ice Rink, as this women's showcase comes off as a huge success, and we'll do it again next year. So stay tuned, and we will, of course, have the broadcasts for you for next season. Don't forget our next broadcast right here on Web Sports Radio, Missouri State Hockey versus Alabama, Friday, November 1st at Jordan Valley Ice Park. We hope you'll tune in for that if you would like to. But other than that, a 13-0 win for Arizona State over Concordia. They're still looking are the Concordia Cardinals for their first win ever in ACHA play. We hope they get that here very soon. I'm Steve Casson for Ryan Armstrong. Thanks for joining us here for this weekend series in the Showcase Games. Until next year, have a good night, and so long, everyone.